The real estate throne in San Francisco is for the taking, and I'm gonna take it.
I've taken a commission on over $4 billion in my career, and I am just getting started.
I know this city better than anyone, and I can sell this city better than anyone.
There's nobody here. It's an open house.
It just hit the market.
Business gets done with respect.
You're calling me a bad broker? I make more money than you make.
3, 2, 1.
This is the Mac Media Show.
Welcome to the Mac Media Show, everyone. My name is Mac.
And I'm Ray.
And this is the Me and Ree Review Show. We are the two that review for you.
For sure. This was good finale.
Say
Good finale.
something else every time. This is $1 Million Listing San Fran, Episode 9. San Francisco. What do you think about me saying San Fran?
Like it.
It's all right.
Like it.
San Francisco, Episode 9 threw us off. I'd never seen a season finale on Episode 9, and they didn't advertise it until...
I didn't.
So I just wonder if they cut the whole season short for some reason, and it wasn't scheduled. Maybe it was planned the whole time. It's strange. I did this a little different this season.
I did.
So this was the season finale. It was good. We saw Andrew working with Louis. Yeah. And
sounds like a dog.
He spells his name L-O-U-I-S.
Oh.
Yeah. And then Luis
cares?
on New York spells his name L-U-I-S. Puerto Rican. Anyways.
Yeah.
Louis and Andrew working together, Roh and Justin, had their big disagreement this week, which was interesting. I want to talk about that.
Excuse me, is that why you're wearing construction outfit today?
Well, they can't see us.
I know they can't, but if you could see Mac today, he's wearing an orange vest with a white hard hat.
Yeah.
So I think it has to do with going into the construction area or going to the area between Roh and Justin this week.
Yeah.
Because that was pretty rough.
Caution.
That's right. It was pretty rough.
Yeah.
Pretty rough.
Yeah.
But
I felt inspired.
Anyway, love it.
Yeah, and so Roh and Justin had a big disagreement this week.
Well, it was a continuation from last week.
Yeah, but, they went into more depth. I mean, they hate each other.
Well, Justin said at the beginning when we interviewed him, they were not good friends.
Yeah, we talked to Justin earlier in the season.
Listen to the interview, you'll hear it.
Yeah.
We didn't understand because we had not seen the episodes.
That's right.
Well, they finished up with the same feeling they had when we talked to them at the beginning.
That's
they
right.
don't like each other.
Yeah.
I can kind of see why now.
Yeah.
Now that we've gotten other personalities.
All right, we'll get there.
Okay, sorry, I'm jumping ahead.
All right, let's talk about Andrew and Tiburon first.
Okay.
The biggest listing of the season, $20 million property. I think it's a little outdated. I thought the property from the outside it didn't have much curb appeal. I thought it was an ugly house. The inside has a nice pool area, and Roman?
Yeah, kind of a Roman pool
Is
kind
that
of
right?
setup. Yeah, with the Roman columns and all that.
But to be honest, it looked outdated to me, and I believe Andrew said $20 million was, high price for the property anyways, but they got an offer for $17 million. Mm-hmm. And Louis, he had his jaw wired shut last week.
Yeah, we're not
My
sure who hit
theory
him.
is
we're not sure who hit him.
he took
Might
a
have been his
shot
mama.
to the face and broke his jaw.
It could have been his mom.
Or maybe it was Andrew.
Yeah, they never said, did they? Said he
knows?
got mugged.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Andrew could have been wearing a ski mask.
That's kind of odd, isn't it?
Yeah, Andrew could have been
Anyway,
working behind the
it
scenes.
is what it is.
Yeah, but they had to work together. I didn't like the whole feel of it. I thought maybe it was a little set up.
Silly.
I thought maybe it was a little for TV.
You got a 20-year-old who thinks he knows something? Come on.
And his mom is pushing him, to
That was
cooperate
ridiculous.
with
Yeah.
Andrew. I mean, she hired Andrew, not Louis.
That's exactly right. It was ridiculous. But anyway.
So if it was real, the kid needs help. And,
he does.
That's
he
all I'll
doesn't need to interject any of his thoughts unless he's ever done anything except live in the house.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Well, Ree, what'd you think of the listing in Tiburon?
I thought, similar to you, when you look at the outside, it's didn't have a lot of curb appeal. You're right. Is that the one that was close to the freeway, too?
No.
Oh, that wasn't the one. I'm getting them mixed up. Oh, yeah, he sold that one, didn't he?
This was on a lot of property.
Yeah, 6 acres. Yeah. They've been there about 20 years.
That's right.
Yeah, I guess the inside could be considered
think about
traditional / outdated.
The relationships, though, between Andrew and how did he handle that situation? You think he did a good job?
I do. I think he handled it well. I think you have to handle things that way. You can't argue with people because, the woman had the listing, if he had sat there and argued with that child, ridiculously, she would have just said, forget it, I'll get another realtor, it doesn't matter. And I think he handled it well. He gave him respect. He bit his tongue, and he went on, and it tended to, solve itself. I think Louis kind of calmed down a little bit and let him show the house more. He did say that Andrew knew all the basics about the house. I just know some of the personal stuff. So I thought that was interesting, and they kind of made peace, and ended up renting it instead of even selling it. I would have taken the $17 million, but that's my opinion.
Yeah.
It's good for Andrew, because now it's like he said, he gets commission on the rental. Now he's going to get a commission when he sells it again down the road.
That's right.
If they decide to sell it.
Andrew's okay with that?
Yeah, from his perspective, I would do that
so
too.
He gets a finder's fee, $100,000. Mm-hmm. And does he get rental 6% of the rent every month? Is that?
See, I'm not sure if he's getting 6% or he just gets 10 off the total amount. See, I think that's what they did, is went ahead and did the total amount, took 10% off.
Now, in New York, we've seen Frederick and Ryan take a 6% on the monthly rent.
Yeah, it depends on which way they set it up.
Yeah. So either or.
Yeah.
So he decided to get a $100,000 finder's fee, which.
Or maybe he meant over the entire time he would get $100,000.
It could be.
So we don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
Either way, it doesn't matter. He's getting it.
He's getting it, and that's great, because his commission on selling the property would be $500,000.
Yeah,
so, He'll make
so he'll get back more money than he began with.
Yeah. And he's done a lot of work. I'm sure he's put.
He's shown it a lot.
Of money. He's shown it quite a bit. Mm-hmm. He's done private tours. He's worked really hard on it. Mm-hmm. Biggest listing in his career. Mm-hmm. And which is funny, because the guys in New York, this is like an everyday thing.
Yeah, no. Yeah, they're selling 20 million things coming and going, aren't they?
Yeah, just to compare the two.
Like Frederick would sell 5 or 6 units in one building at 20 million apiece in one night.
Right.
And it's interesting. With Zach Vela.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's just the size of New York.
It is. It's just the difference in the real estate, which I think is one thing that this series has done, is given us all an idea in all parts of the country what real estate's running, how, that kind of thing, which I think is really interesting.
Well, I thought it was cool. I thought the part of him, riding the bike in the pool, whether it was set up or not, was funny last week. And that's my opinion on the Tiburon listing. Mm-hmm. Anything you'd like to add?
I thought it was really good. I thought he did a good job on it.
Good.
He said he had made $400 million in his real estate brokerage this year.
That's right.
Yeah, I forgot what it's called.
Yeah, that's it. That's got to be competitive in San Francisco.
Oh gosh, he's doing well.
Yeah.
So he's not only making his own commissions, being a broker of the place, he's kind of following in Frederick's footsteps.
Yeah.
On a smaller level, but he is making money off everybody that's working for him too. See, he gets a cut of that.
Yeah.
Being the broker, which is kind of nice. But did you see they were going to get a new building? They were moving to a new penthouse kind of thing or whatever.
That's right. New office.
Which is neat. I've forgotten what the name of his company is. Do you know what it is?
Is it Sotheby?
Yeah, Sotheby. That's it. Mm-hmm. That's it. And Justin's with Climb.
That's right.
That's right. Okay.
And Rose with Caldwell.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I guess Elliman hadn't gotten to San Francisco yet.
Right. I'm going to tell you, Douglas Elliman.
He is everywhere. Oh,
we're going to be talking about L.A. here in a little bit.
Yeah.
And it is just taking
over. Oh, good night. He's taking over the country.
It's unbelievable.
Mm-hmm. But it's been good for him. The TV show, he took a chance on it, and he's done well with it, I think. So it's good.
So this week, Roh, I can't even remember where the property came from. Was this a new?
This was the fellas that he had the problem with last week. The gay couple. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And this was the house. They had it listed for $1.295.
Yeah.
And then of course Justin got him an offer, and didn't want to deal with him. But the other guy was in Peru. That Robert, I think is his name. That Roh was partnering with, co-listing with. And
I'm gonna tell you what, right now
he didn't want to deal with him.
Roh is on a roll.
Roh has done well this year. Really well.
Roh is just coming through.
Yeah,
man.
he is. That has surprised me.
Every week.
At the very beginning, it was interesting to watch him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, every week he's coming in with multiple full price offers. I don't know if he's just putting low prices on all his properties so it looks good, or because when you compare him to Justin, Justin's had some problems the past few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
He's lost listings. He lost another one this week.
Mm-hmm.
The Firehouse, which is just a very hard. That's a tough sell. I mean,
Oh, yeah, that
you've got to
was just
do.
really tough.
You got to put an elevator in. You've got to redesign the place. That's difficult. But he's not. Maybe he's going after the bigger properties, and Roh is with little tiny $1 million properties, like Justin said in this episode. That could have a factor, but.
Yeah, but it adds up.
He's putting it.
Regardless.
I mean, that's coming
Gives
through,
you experience with different people, how to handle them. I mean, I think he's coming from a different angle. I think Roh has really surprised me from the beginning. I thought it was going to be tough for him to kind of integrate himself into the population, just the beard, the connotation kind of thing, as he first came up, and yet he has really he's really grown this season to me. He respects people. He seems to work with people well. Justin seems to me to get a little hot-headed and wants to jump on people. He's going to need to calm that down because that gets you nowhere.
Well, he did fight back with Roh this week, which I think he'd be better off if he just didn't say anything, back.
Me too. Or try to work it out. There's no reason to sit there and just go yan back and forth. It's not going to get you anywhere. And they both have a common goal. They're going to have to work with each other sometime in that city, I would think. Mm-hmm. And they both have a common goal of wanting to get the sale or make the money or whatever. So I think they need to put that in their back pocket and move on and quit the yan back and forth,
Well, yeah, so they had an argument this week. They met for Justin to put in an offer, and it just went downhill quick. I mean, what is your opinion on whether or not that's justified?
It's not to me. I mean,
not at all.
It started out with Justin bringing that client that he had to Roh's open house and criticizing everything. And no, I don't think you should do that. I don't think you should go in there. If you're going in, you look at it legitimately. It's a sale for you, regardless if you like who's got it, listed or not.
Right.
And to me, to go in there and start antagonizing and telling them, oh, this is wrong with the property, that's wrong with the property, doesn't matter. They could go in yours and do the same thing. It doesn't make any sense. It wastes time.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. I thought it was very, very juvenile of Justin. I really liked watching Justin this season, and I enjoyed talking with him on the interview. But I was real disappointed in that, and I hope next season he matures a little bit with that. I think he needs to. When
Roh came personal attacks, called him lazy.
But see, I think that's wrong too. I think he was, but I think Justin came into the open house with that attitude.
Okay.
He started downgrading the property. And see, to me, what Roh should have done at that point, that's why I'm saying, let's put on the big boy pants. Let's act like adults, even though you don't want to.
They're both at fault. Justin no more than Roh.
Well, you just need to keep your calm. You don't need to keep, innuendos don't need to keep flying between you. If Roh picked up on the fact that Andrew was in there to downgrade the property, walk off. Say, that's your opinion. I respect your opinion. You're another realtor, and walk off. Don't stand there.
Yeah.
So you don't know how much of that's for television.
That's right.
But in real life, no, I would not do that. No, I just wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
No. And you do have to work with each other. It is a small town. People they're going to come up against each other again. There's no reason to say, I do not want to work with this person.
Now, they did come to an agreement, and they settled on 1.4.
1.4.
Was the house priced at 1.25 originally?
1.295.
1.295,
which was good for the seller, which was the guys, the gay guys.
Yeah.
That were adopting an apple.
Yeah.
And so, I just don't get that name. But
you don't like the name?
Well, I guess they were going after Gwyneth Paltrow.
That's what I was going to say.
She named hers Moses and Apple.
That's right.
I guess that's why she's divorced now. I'm sorry. No, that's terrible. I'm sorry. That's ugly. That's ugly. Anyway, weird names.
I can't co-sign on that.
That one's weird. But anyway, they were nice guys, real nice guys, and I was really glad to see he could get them more than they expected.
Yeah.
That's neat. I was glad for him.
Well, they had a picnic.
Yeah.
And had a good time. Obviously,
Shanuga
they're
was
friends.
there. What was her name?
Shagufa.
Yeah, his wife. She's really pretty, though. She's an attorney.
She's a nice lady.
Yeah, and the little baby's so cute.
Yeah.
He's got a nice family. I do respect the fact that he's trying to balance.
I think Roh's doing a great job.
I do too. Very, very impressed with Roh this season.
And I think Andrew's doing a great job.
I do too. Doing an excellent job. They're different selling styles.
Yeah.
But they've both done well. I think a lot of Justin, I think he needs to grow a little bit. I just think he needs to not be so feisty to jump on something, to be ugly. He tends to want to
And
be more feisty.
editing is such a...
Yeah, that's the thing we don't know really is what they're trying to.
They paint characters, they write stories, and they angle things.
I know.
So you've got to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Because I know Justin is credible.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He deals with people well. And like he said, he's doing deals with other top agents in San Francisco.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not like he's not getting along, you know. He's doing great.
But I'll tell you, there is one thing about him, though, that comes through to me. He comes through as a little insecure. Does he to you at all?
There are times socially he seems uncomfortable. And I don't know. I think he's pretty secure. I think one thing he could work on is encouraging his clients to do, like, almost, you know what I'm saying, condition them before the final meeting, you know, because then when they make a decision, he says, okay, well, that's your decision. There's nothing I can do to change it. Mm-hmm. Well, what I see Roe and I see Andrew do is they condition the client throughout the times they spend together of this price is too high. They tell them that every time. Mm-hmm. When they get to the final meeting, Justin's for the first time saying this is too high, which then the guy says, okay, well, I'm going to find somebody else. And he says, okay, there's nothing. I've seen him do that twice. And maybe the situations are unique and he can't control that because he doesn't do that on every listing. But I don't know.
I didn't see that because on the Firehouse, he went to her after the first
Multiple
open house
times.
and stuff and said it's too high. People are not wanting to climb the stairs. They're not, you know, you're going to have to reduce the price. And you remember they went round and round about she didn't want to reduce the price.
I'm going to tell you what it looks like to me. It's just difficult listings.
Why is he getting the ones that are?
But they're more. They're more. I mean, they're priced higher. Like he's doing listings that are $3 to $4 million. Roe's doing $1 million apartments.
I guess, yeah.
So Justin's trying, but it's
what was the price on that Firehouse?
Properties.
Do you remember? Gosh, what was the price on that thing?
I want to say.
I remember Roe's, but I don't remember.
It's more than $1 million. It's like.
It was at 2 point something.
May have been.
I can't remember.
Well, I saw it last week. I've forgotten now, but it is not $1 million apartment. It is.
She wanted it higher. I remember last week.
She wanted almost $4 million, and I believe he priced it at $295.
Oh, okay, that's it. Yeah, I think that's about right.
And she's not willing to even invest, $100,000, which is a lot to.
It is a lot,
But
I think I would rather go the other way and say, let the client. See, if I'd been Justin, I think what I'd do, unless he didn't have anybody, he could kind of finagle into an offer, but I would have said, why don't you make an offer, take off the cost of the elevator. An elevator's going to cost about $50,000.
And show her on paper.
Yeah, and let them give her that, and she'd say, well, you know what, I don't want to put it in, whatever, I just priced one, it's $100,000.
Yeah.
If they're just taking $50 off, I come out ahead, I think she's going by, which they haven't said to us on the episode, but I think she's going by the other half that sold too.
Yeah.
See, the other half is identical.
Right.
And it sold, so she's sticking to her guns knowing it sold.
This side is actually the larger unit.
Yeah, well, that's true. So, yeah, but I mean, she saw it sell for whatever reason, and I don't know what it sold for, but I think that's why she's hanging on, because she knows the other side sold. She can get this, done.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. They haven't said that. But
I'm going to tell you one thing. I can't blame Justin because he's done well
Oh,
in the past.
no.
So
He's shown it.
I don't think there's any kind of.
Nah.
I mean, I think he's just as.
He's done all he
great
can on
as,
that place.
as Roe and.
Yeah.
But one thing that I've seen Roe doing is establishing a character, almost like Frederick does his staple thing. Roe's got the big beard.
Yeah.
And his faith is what people remember him for.
Yeah.
The beard. So he stands out. Andrew is this outgoing character, makes funny jokes, is good on TV, and has a lot of personality. And Justin is just Justin. So maybe Justin could find some kind of way to do some personal branding, Step out. It's like he's just not as outgoing, which could be not as competitive on TV. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Well, did you notice this episode toward the end, they had him in the bathroom talking about his hair?
That was great.
See, I think he's
Yeah.
going to make his hair
There you go.
his statement.
Yeah.
That we remember him because of his hair.
Yeah.
More than. But, they need to do some more of outside of working, showing what he's doing, because they showed Roe boxing. They show Andrew playing golf.
That's what I mean.
Justin's just not. They're not showing him doing anything
We don't know
personal.
much about him, yeah.
And so I think they need to emphasize him more next
Yeah.
season, so we
Yeah.
know what he's about.
Yep, that's right.
And
I agree.
I know he's got friends. I know he does things. And of course, he may be saying, "I don't want my personal life put out there." Maybe that's it.
Could be.
You never know, because it is TV. So we have to kind of temper that with what we see. But that's what Aaron said. That producer said to us, "Yeah, y'all bring up things that we don't think about because we see it behind the scenes, and we forget you don't see it."
Yep.
So there are things that we're limited on
Yep.
till we talk to them.
Well, I think it was a good season.
I do
and
too.
I think they're
It's a
all
nice
doing a great
start for
job.
them. Yeah.
And it's a shame we couldn't talk to Roe and Andrew this season because the season ended.
We probably could have gotten them. We might can get them in the next couple of weeks.
We could.
You know?
And we probably should.
Well, are they filming again now? Don't they get 3 months off and they start filming again?
I think that's right.
So they're filming.
Yeah, they should be.
So it would be kind of hard to catch them right now. But
no.
Anyway, we could try it.
Yeah, we'll set up a time, I think, even though the season's over, and just have an off-season
I'd
discussion
love to talk
about
to 'em.
it because there's a lot we could ask and get answers to. But
About the
anyways,
background
let's
stuff.
wrap this show up.
Yeah,
I think it
yeah.
was a great season.
Well, that's good.
Looking forward to the next one. I know it'll be renewed. $1 Million Listing Miami has not been. We know one of the guys there has already signed to another TV show. Mm-hmm. So either they're casting again or they've done away with it. Mm-hmm. And I hope they do $1 Million Listing in Atlanta, but we'll talk more about that
Me too.
next season.
We need to
So-
call them and tell them what we want.
Yep.
We do need to call them and tell them we'd love Atlanta. That'd be close to us, so that'd be awesome.
Be good.
Love it.
All right, go to themacmediashow.com, put your name and email in there, and you'll get updates and see these videos in your emails. There's a big list. There's about 35,000 of us on Twitter at The Mac Media Show. Go there, join the community if you like $1 Million Listing. And I say until next season, $1 Million Listing San Francisco, switch on over to our $1 Million Listing Los Angeles, which will be uploading simultaneously now. So you'll be having those episodes instead of San Francisco.
Yeah, it
They'll
just started, didn't it?
That's
last
right.
night. Last
Season
night.
premiere. So themacmediashow.com. We'll see you there.
Mm-hmm.
And we hope you have a great week.
Yeah, thanks for listening. We've enjoyed this season. Y'all have a great week.